Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. What if I told you that a dirty old quarter sitting in your change could make you a millionaire overnight? Yes, you heard that right. The top 8 most valuable and most expensive United States of America, most beautiful Washington quarter dollar isn't just pocket change. It could be your golden ticket to unimaginable wealth. Don't spend that coin just yet, because today we're diving into one of the most valuable and shocking discoveries in the world of US coins. Stick around. This might just be the video that changes your fortune forever. Let's get started. First up, in the 1995, Washington quarter dollar may look like just another common coin in circulation, but let me stop you right there. This is no ordinary piece of metal. What if I told you that in dirty, pocket-worn condition, this very coin could hold the power to change your life forever? That's right. A simple quarter minted in Philadelphia with the P mint mark has been making waves in the numismatic world, and collectors are paying unbelievable amounts of money for the right one. Imagine reaching into your old coin jar and discovering that the coin you thought was only worth 25 cents could be worth millions of dollars in today's thriving coin market. It's not a dream. It's a reality for those who happen to own this rare and elusive piece. At first glance, the 1995 P quarter doesn't stand out much. It has George Washington's profile on the obverse, as it has since 1932, and the familiar eagle perched proudly on the reverse. But here's the twist. Some of these coins are so rare and in such demand that they've become the stuff of legend among collectors. The dirty surface or worn look doesn't take away from its value. In fact, for the most extreme rarities, collectors don't mind a little grit. What they care about is the date, the mint mark, and the uniqueness of the strike. And when it comes to this quarter, the demand has skyrocketed beyond what most casual coin owners could ever imagine. Why, you might ask, is this coin so valuable? The answer lies in its scarcity, its minting anomalies, and its place in the larger story of American coinage. The Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of coins in 1995, but not all coins are created equal. Certain rare varieties, minting errors, and specific die strikes are what set apart a fortune-making coin from an everyday quarter. These unique characteristics transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, turning something that jingles in your pocket into a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Think about this for a moment. Collectors have paid staggering sums for rare U.S. coins throughout history. And when a coin like the 1995 P quarter surfaces with the right features, be it a rare double die, a misstrike, or other minting anomalies, bidding wars erupt in auction houses. That's when prices climb into the hundreds of thousands, even millions. Now imagine being the person who pulls one of these coins out of an old piggy bank, not realizing it was a treasure chest hiding in plain sight. That's the kind of life-changing discovery that makes headlines and sparks dreams of overnight fortune. This is not just about money. It's about the thrill of discovery. Each coin tells a story, and the 1995 P Washington quarter tells a story of hidden riches waiting to be uncovered. People all over the world are digging through their change, flipping through dusty collections, and searching every forgotten coin jar in hopes of striking it rich. And here's the kicker. Some of these valuable coins don't look flashy at all. They can appear dull, dirty, or even unattractive, yet still command jaw-dropping prices because collectors recognize their rarity. If you have U.S. coins lying around, here's the golden rule. Do not, under any circumstance, spend them without checking first. That little quarter you slide across a counter could be worth more than a mansion, a luxury car, or a lifetime of financial security. Think about how many coins we've all carelessly handed over without a second thought, not realizing the wealth we may have been passing away. That's why awareness is everything, and why today's discussion about the 1995 P quarter could be the wake-up call you need. The coin market is hotter than ever, and rare U.S. coins are commanding unimaginable sums in today's auctions. From wheat pennies to silver dollars, the demand is surging, but quarters like the 1995 P have carved out a special niche. Their connection to everyday America, combined with their surprising rarity, makes them irresistible to collectors. If you hold one of these coins in your hand, you're not just holding currency. You're holding a piece of history, a slice of luck, and potentially a fortune all at once. Now let's picture this. You go to your old childhood piggy bank, crack it open, and out rolls a handful of quarters. You pick up one, Wipe away the dust and see the date, 1995, with a clear P mint mark. Your heart races. Could this be it? Could this be the coin that transforms your life overnight? The answer might surprise you, because many fortunes have begun with a coin that seemed insignificant at first glance. And the only way to know is to check carefully, research, and maybe even consult a professional numismatist who understands the true worth of what you hold. What makes this all so exciting is the mystery and unpredictability of it. Unlike lottery tickets, where the odds are stacked against you, coins like the 1995 P quarter are real, tangible objects sitting in pockets, jars, and drawers across America right now. That means anyone could stumble upon one. And unlike fleeting money, these coins carry history, craftsmanship, and lasting value that only grows with time. Every collector dreams of such a find, and every casual coin owner has a shot at discovering their own treasure. So here's the takeaway. Don't overlook the power of coins. The 1995 P Washington quarter is more than just pocket change. It's a potential life changer, a hidden gem that could elevate you from ordinary to extraordinary in an instant. If you've ever doubted that a simple coin could change your fortune, this is your proof. Take a moment today to check your collection, your old piggy banks, or even the coins lying forgotten in your car's cup holder. Because somewhere out there, in dirty condition and hiding in plain sight, may be the coin that transforms your life forever. Stick around, because in the world of numismatics, the next big discovery could be yours. Next up in the 1979, P may not sound all that long ago, but when it comes to coins, even the most ordinary-looking pieces can hide unbelievable wealth. One coin in particular, the 1979 D Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark, has captured the imagination of collectors worldwide. At first glance, it may look like just another worn-out quarter, dirty from circulation and lost among pocket change. But behind that dull surface could be one of the most valuable treasures in the numismatic world, capable of transforming an average day into a millionaire's dream. Imagine finding a coin that's worth not just a few dollars, not just hundreds, but potentially millions. It sounds unreal, yet it's a possibility that keeps collectors searching. This coin, struck at the Denver Mint, carries with it the whispers of history, value, and mystery. While the United States Mint produced millions of quarters in 1979, certain ones stand apart due to rare errors, unique conditions, or simply the intrigue of collectors who drive prices sky high. Even in a dirty, heavily circulated state, some of these coins have been known to fetch staggering sums at auctions. Why? Because rarity and demand are the ultimate currency in the world of coin collecting. When the right collector crosses paths with the right coin, the price tag is limited only by passion and imagination. Now, you might be asking, what exactly makes the 1979 D Washington quarter so valuable? It's not about shiny perfection. It's about the story the coin tells. Some quarters from this year have missed strikes, doubled dies, off-center errors, or even unusual metal compositions. These anomalies, often dismissed by the untrained eye, are what transform a dirty old coin into a life-changing discovery. Imagine pulling out what looks like pocket change only to realize you're holding an auction superstar. That's the magic behind this coin. It takes what seems ordinary and makes it extraordinary. The excitement doesn't stop there. The dirty, circulated condition of some coins doesn't necessarily strip away value. In fact, collectors often crave authenticity, the evidence that a coin has journeyed through decades, exchanged hands, survived pockets, drawers, and piggy banks, only to land in your possession. This lived-in appearance gives the coin character, and when coupled with rarity, it becomes a once-in-a-lifetime jackpot. A 1979 D Washington quarter in the right category isn't just a coin. It's a golden ticket disguised as silver-colored metal. So, how much money are we really talking about? Well, while most quarters are worth just 25 cents, rare varieties and error coins from 1979 have been known to reach tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and in the most astonishing cases, push into the millions at high-profile auctions. Yes, you heard that right, millions. Imagine a dirty little coin rattling in an old jar in your garage, carrying within it the power to change your financial destiny overnight. That's why collectors, treasure hunters, and everyday people are searching feverishly through their old collections and forgotten piggy banks. But here's the kicker. These coins are not easy to spot. The 1979 D quarter hides its secrets well, often blending in with common pocket change. That's why education is key. If you've ever wondered why some coins go for astronomical prices, it's all about scarcity and condition. The more elusive the coin, the higher the demand. When you combine rarity with historical significance, you get a numismatic powerhouse, a coin that collectors will fight tooth and nail to own. The 1979 D quarter, especially in its most unusual forms, fits perfectly into that category. Think about this for a moment. Every coin has a story. The quarter in your hand may have been used to buy a soda decades ago, passed through countless hands, sat in registers, or even slipped beneath car seats. Yet, one of these coins could be worth more than your house, your car, or your entire savings account. That's why coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a hunt for hidden fortune. It's about recognizing the extraordinary in the ordinary, and the 1979 D Washington quarter is a shining example of this thrilling pursuit. Collectors call these finds sleeping giants, coins that look unassuming but pack unimaginable value. They're the kind of discoveries that make headlines when they're finally uncovered at auction. Stories circulate of everyday people stumbling across these treasures in old piggy banks or inherited coin jars. Just think, your childhood coin stash or that pile of quarters in the corner could be holding one of the rarest quarters ever made. It's the kind of realization that turns disbelief into life-changing reality, proving that fortune often hides in plain sight. So, if you're watching this video and wondering whether it's worth digging into your old change, the answer is a resounding yes. Don't overlook the dirt. Don't dismiss the scratches. Take a moment to look closer. That little D mint mark beneath George Washington's portrait could be the symbol of unimaginable wealth. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who's never thought twice about quarters, the potential of the 1979 D Washington quarter is too massive to ignore. In the end, this coin isn't just metal. It's a story, an opportunity, and a dream rolled into one small piece of history. It teaches us that value isn't always about appearances, but about what lies beneath. So, check your collections, revisit those old piggy banks, and dig into that pile of change. Because hidden among them could be the quarter that changes everything. The dirty little coin that holds a fortune beyond your wildest imagination. Next up in the 1978 Washington quarter has taken on legendary status in the coin collecting world, especially when you stumble across one in unexpected places, like an old piggy bank or a dusty jar of change in the back of a drawer. While most people see it as just another piece of everyday pocket change, seasoned collectors know that rare examples of this coin can be worth staggering amounts of money in today's hot numismatic market. Now, let's clear the air. You might be wondering, how can a coin that looks dirty, worn, or ordinary possibly hold unimaginable wealth? The truth is, condition alone doesn't always determine value. Yes, collectors pay high premiums for shiny, uncirculated coins, but even a 1978 quarter in what looks like a dirty state could turn out to be one of the most valuable coins ever minted. Why? Because rarity, minting errors, and historical significance all play a huge role in determining whether a coin is worth just 25 cents or millions of dollars. Here's where it gets fascinating. Some 1978 quarters were struck with unusual mint errors, doubled dies, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets, to name a few. These mistakes, invisible to most casual collectors, make the coins incredibly rare. And when such errors are confirmed by grading authorities, their values skyrocket beyond imagination. There are stories of collectors discovering a plain-looking, dirty quarter in loose change, only to later find out it was a mint error coin worth tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Imagine holding a fortune in your palm without even realizing it. But it isn't just minting errors that make the 1978 quarter a potential gold mine. This coin sits at a fascinating point in numismatic history. Coming just 2 years after the 1976 bicentennial quarters, which celebrated America's 200th anniversary, the 1978 issue often gets overlooked. Yet collectors who understand its scarcity and the right combinations of condition and rarity know that it's one of those hidden gems waiting to surprise the market. And when rare examples surface, the bidding wars among serious collectors can be absolutely fierce, sending prices into the stratosphere. The idea that a dirty coin could make you a millionaire overnight might sound like fantasy, but history proves otherwise. Auction houses have repeatedly sold ordinary-looking quarters for mind-blowing sums, thanks to their hidden qualities. To the untrained eye, it's just another coin. To the numismatist, it's a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. That's why you should never underestimate the power of pocket change. The 1978 quarter, in the right form, has turned everyday people into overnight success stories. People who went from having spare change to holding a life-changing fortune. Think about this. Millions of these quarters were minted, but only a fraction still exist in collectible condition. Most were spent, worn down, and lost to time. Yet some remain, nestled in collections, jars, or forgotten drawers, waiting for the right person to recognize their true worth. That person could be you. With the coin market booming and collectors more eager than ever, the timing couldn't be better to check your own stash. If you come across a 1978 Washington quarter, don't just toss it aside. It could be the ticket to unimaginable wealth hiding in plain sight. What makes this coin story even more thrilling is how it ties into the emotional side of collecting. Coins aren't just metal. They're pieces of history, artifacts of an era, and symbols of America's enduring legacy. The Washington quarter, especially from the late 1970s, represents a fascinating transition period in U.S. minting history. Every ding, scratch, or mark on a coin tells a story of where it has been and who has held it. And when you realize that one of these could also unlock financial freedom, the excitement doubles. Let's not forget the global appeal of rare U.S. coins. Collectors from all over the world are eager to pay astronomical prices for unique and rare examples of American quarters. That means the demand isn't just limited to U.S. collectors. It's an international race to secure the rarest pieces. So, the potential value of a 1978 Washington quarter doesn't just depend on domestic interest. It's driven by a worldwide passion for numismatic treasures. And when collectors compete, values can escalate to jaw-dropping levels. So, here's the takeaway. If you have U.S. coins, don't spend them casually. That quarter you're about to use for a soda could be worth far more than you imagine. Whether it's sitting in a jar, stuffed in an old piggy bank, or hidden in a forgotten corner of your home, the 1978 Washington quarter has the power to change your life. It's not just a piece of metal. It's potentially a passport to wealth, a rare gem that carries unimaginable fortune in its worn edges and dirty surface. Stick around, because in this video, we'll continue to reveal the secrets behind the most expensive United States coins on the market today. And who knows, by the end, you might find yourself rushing to dig through your own change, realizing that fortune doesn't always come in gold bars or lottery tickets. Sometimes, it comes in the form of a humble little quarter from 1978, waiting patiently to change your fortune forever. The 1982 D in the United States Mint in Denver released what appeared to be just another Washington quarter with the small but powerful D mint mark. At first glance, it was just 25 cents, ordinary pocket change that passed from hand to hand in gas stations, diners, and grocery stores. But little did people know, tucked among these coins was one of the most valuable and extraordinary pieces of numismatic history. A coin that, even in dirty and circulated condition, has the power to transform your life overnight. This is not just a piece of metal. It's a treasure that can open the doors to unimaginable wealth. Now, before you dismiss this coin as just another quarter, let me stop you right there. The 1982 D Washington quarter has shocked the coin world with its jaw-dropping auction results and its incredible rarity in certain conditions. Collectors hunt for this coin relentlessly, knowing that a single discovery could mean a fortune. What makes this quarter so remarkable is not just its age or design, but the unique errors, low survival conditions, and scarcity of high-quality strikes that drive its value through the roof. Even coins that appear dirty or tarnished can still bring astonishing amounts of money in today's market. Imagine digging through an old piggy bank, or that dusty jar of coins sitting in your closet, only to stumble upon this exact quarter. You might not even realize at first that you're holding what could be worth thousands, even millions of dollars. It looks ordinary. It feels ordinary. But its hidden value is extraordinary. The thrill of such a discovery is what drives collectors and treasure hunters to check every single coin that passes through their hands. And today, you'll understand why this 1982 D coin is unlike anything else you've ever seen. The fascinating part about this quarter is its connection to America's coinage history. During the early 1980s, the mint made adjustments in production and metal composition that resulted in variations and striking anomalies. These variations became the foundation for today's rare finds. Some 1982 D quarters exhibit striking errors like off-center strikes, double die features, or weak minting details. Others survived in such pristine condition that collectors are willing to pay staggering sums to own them. But even if your coin is scratched, dirty, or dull, it doesn't mean it has no value. On the contrary, it could still make you wealthy beyond your imagination. Think about it. What if the coin you absent-mindedly toss on the table at a restaurant is actually worth more than a luxury car? What if the coin rolling around in your couch cushions is a ticket to financial freedom? That's the magic of the 1982 D Washington quarter. The market for these coins is red hot, with collectors and investors competing to secure them, driving prices into territory that feels almost unreal. Every single coin that surfaces stirs excitement, sparking bidding wars that climb into the thousands and, in special cases, the millions. And here's where it gets even more incredible. Many people don't realize that condition isn't always the deciding factor in coin value. Of course, a perfectly preserved example might bring astronomical prices, but coins in dirty or circulated condition are also commanding life-changing sums. Why? Because scarcity trumps shine. If the coin is rare enough, collectors want it, no matter how it looks. That's why you should never ignore a coin just because it appears old, worn, or stained. That dirty 1982 D quarter in your change could still be your golden ticket. Collectors often say that numismatics is like modern-day treasure hunting, and that couldn't be truer with this coin. Every time someone checks their change, they're taking part in a thrilling treasure hunt that could pay off in the biggest way imaginable. Imagine holding history, rarity, and fortune, all wrapped into one simple 25-cent piece. It's the perfect reminder that true wealth can sometimes hide in the most ordinary places. All it takes is curiosity, a little knowledge, and the courage to look closer. So what exactly makes the 1982 D Washington quarter such a phenomenon? It's the blend of rarity, historical context, and overwhelming demand. This coin wasn't made as a collector's piece. It was struck for circulation, meant to be spent. That's why so few survive in conditions collectors want. Each surviving piece is like a needle in a haystack, a hidden jewel in America's vast ocean of circulating currency. This rarity gives it an aura of mystery and an appeal that grows stronger with every passing year. The beauty of this story is that you don't have to be a wealthy collector or an expert to get lucky. Anyone, yes, even you watching this video, could stumble across this life-changing coin. It could be resting quietly in your coin jar, tucked away in an old wallet, or sitting unnoticed in your grandmother's collection. That's the magic of numismatics. It transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. And it proves that wealth isn't always about gold bars or stock markets. Sometimes, it's about recognizing the hidden fortune in your hands. So, the next time you handle loose change, don't just glance over those quarters. Take a moment to really look at them. Search for that powerful D mint mark from 1982, and remember the story you've heard today. Because if fortune favors you, the coin you once thought worthless could open the door to a new future. A dirty, circulated 1982 D Washington quarter might just be more than spare change. It might be your ticket to unimaginable wealth and a destiny forever changed. Stick around, because this coin is not just history, it's opportunity, and opportunity is priceless. Next up in the 1993 D Washington quarter dollar, a coin that most people have likely seen or even spent without a second thought. But here's the twist. Certain rare examples of this coin, even in dirty condition, have been discovered to hold unimaginable wealth in today's booming coin market. That little piece of metal you ignore could actually be the key to unlocking a fortune, and it's not an exaggeration to say that finding one could completely change your life overnight. Now, you may be wondering, how can a simple quarter from 1993 with a Denver mint mark become a treasure worth millions? The truth lies in its rarity, minting anomalies, and the feverish demand from collectors who are willing to pay astronomical amounts for specific coins. Some 1993 D Washington quarters, especially those with striking errors, unique toning, or unusual minting characteristics, are valued far beyond face value. Even a dirty or circulated coin can shock experts at auctions when it carries these rare qualities, and that's what makes this coin such an exciting find. Imagine digging through an old piggy bank or a dusty coin jar, only to realize that what you thought was pocket change is actually a life-changing treasure. This isn't just hype. Numismatic history is full of stories where people stumbled upon rare Washington quarters and sold them for tens of thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars. A dirty condition coin that might look worthless to an untrained eye can hold unimaginable value when collectors recognize its scarcity. This is why you should never overlook a coin, no matter how old, grimy, or ordinary it might appear. The 1993 D Washington quarter carries the legacy of America's minting history, and while it was produced in large numbers, the rare variants are where the real wealth lies. Coins with off-center strikes, double die obverse errors, or unusual minting defects instantly become a treasure chest for collectors. The Denver Mint mark itself adds to the intrigue, as coins from this mint are often closely examined for variations that set them apart from Philadelphia or San Francisco counterparts. When these anomalies surface, collectors are prepared to open their wallets wide, making these coins sell for unimaginable prices. What makes this coin even more captivating is the emotional thrill of the hunt. Millions of Americans have quarters stashed away in jars, drawers, or forgotten piggy banks. Think about it. You could have one of the most valuable Washington quarters sitting in your home right now, hidden in plain sight. The suspense and the possibility of transforming an old coin into a millionaire's prize make this search even more irresistible. Every time you flip through your change, you're essentially holding a lottery ticket, and the jackpot is measured in pure history and cold, hard cash. Let's also talk about the undeniable beauty of the Washington quarter. The obverse features George Washington's iconic portrait, while the reverse showcases the majestic American eagle, a timeless symbol of strength and freedom. But beyond its design, the true beauty of the 1993 D quarter lies in its potential value. Collectors see these coins as far more than currency. They are works of art, slices of history, and investments that could skyrocket in worth at any given moment. Even in dirty or circulated condition, the thrill comes from the story each coin tells and the fortune it might carry. Over the years, numismatics has transformed from a quiet hobby into a thriving market worth billions of dollars. Rare coins, like the 1993 D Washington quarter, have gained a legendary reputation for shocking price tags at auctions. This isn't just about collectors anymore. Investors, historians, and even everyday people are jumping in, hoping to catch that one lucky coin that sets them up for life. With wealth and history wrapped into one small piece of metal, it's easy to see why these quarters are so fiercely sought after. One of the most fascinating aspects of the coin market is that condition isn't always the ultimate deciding factor. Yes, pristine coins fetch high prices, but dirty, worn, or circulated coins with rare features can be just as, if not more, valuable. Dirt and wear might actually hide details that only experts can uncover, turning what appears to be an ordinary coin into an extraordinary windfall. So before you dismiss a grimy old quarter as worthless, consider the possibility that it could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. The idea that a 1993 D Washington quarter can transform your life overnight isn't fantasy. It's reality for those lucky enough to discover one of these rare treasures. Think about how a simple 25-cent coin could end up being worth millions. That's the magic of numismatics. It turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, the forgotten into the priceless. This is why collectors are constantly urging people not to spend their old coins, because once they're gone, you may never get them back. The allure of the 1993 D Washington quarter lies not only in its potential wealth, but also in the mystery that surrounds it. Every coin carries with it a journey, where it was minted, how it circulated, and whose hands it passed through. That little piece of change in your pocket may have traveled across the country, through decades of history, and now sits quietly, waiting for someone like you to recognize its hidden fortune. That's what makes this hunt so thrilling. The knowledge that an overlooked coin could hold the power to rewrite your story in an instant. So, whether you're a lifelong coin collector or just someone curious about the change rattling around in your piggy bank, remember this. Never underestimate the power of a small piece of metal. The 1993 D. Washington quarter is living proof that unimaginable wealth can come from the most unexpected places. The next time you hold a quarter, pause for a moment, take a closer look, and imagine the possibility. You might just be holding more than a coin. You could be holding the key to fortune, history, and a legacy that lasts forever. So, as you watch this video, take a moment to think about your own coin collection, the piggy bank you've ignored for years, or that jar of coins gathering dust in the corner. The most valuable treasures often hide in plain sight, waiting for someone with a curious eye to uncover them. The 1993 D. Washington quarter isn't just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of fortune, history, and possibility. Who knows? The next time you sort through your change, you might just discover a coin that isn't worth 25 cents, but millions of dollars. And that discovery could truly change your fortune overnight.